What if I told you that you can invest in Bitcoin without actually buying Bitcoin directly, without worrying about private keys, hardware wallets, lost passwords, or getting hacked, and without stressing over the crazy ups and downs of the crypto market? Sounds almost too good to be true, right? Well, stay with me, because today we're breaking down 4 powerful crypto index funds that make Bitcoin simple, safe, and beginner-friendly, even if you have no idea how crypto works. And here's the twist. Most people don't even know these funds exist. By the end of this video, you'll understand how they work, why they're becoming incredibly popular, and how they might fit into your own investment strategy.
Hi there. Before we dive in, please take a moment to read the full disclaimer on the screen.
Now, before we jump in, let me ask you this. Do you think Bitcoin will become a long-term global asset, or is it just hype that will fade away? Drop your honest answer in the comments. I'm really curious how divided people are on this. All right, let's get started. First, let's clear something up. A crypto index fund is basically a bundle of cryptocurrencies grouped together into one simple investment. Instead of picking coins one by one, which can be risky and time-consuming, an index fund lets you buy a diversified basket with a single click. Think of it like buying the entire fruit basket instead of choosing one apple, one orange, and hoping you grab the right ones. But here's the cool part. Some of these index funds are built around Bitcoin in a way that reduces risk, keeps things simple, and even adds layers of protection that regular crypto investors don't have. Let's go through the 4 major ones you should know about. The first one is the Grayscale Bitcoin Trust, also known as GBTC. For years, before Bitcoin ETFs existed, GBTC was basically the only mainstream way to invest in Bitcoin through the stock market. You could buy GBTC the same way you buy Apple or Tesla stock, no crypto wallets needed. For beginners, that alone made it a game changer. Now, it's not perfect. For a long time, it traded at weird premiums or discounts to the actual price of Bitcoin. But now that it's been converted into a spot ETF, GBTC simply tracks Bitcoin more closely. So why do people still use it? Because it's in a lot of traditional brokerage accounts and retirement portfolios already. Some investors prefer to buy something they already understand, and GBTC fits that category perfectly. Let me ask you something. Would you feel safer investing in Bitcoin through a familiar stock market account, or do you prefer holding real crypto yourself? Tell me in the comments. I want to see how confident people feel about self-custody. Now, the second big one is the Bitwise 10 Crypto Index Fund, also called BITW. This one is really interesting because it's not just about Bitcoin. Instead, it invests in the top 10 cryptocurrencies by market size. Bitcoin is still the biggest part of the fund, but you also get exposure to Ethereum, Solana, and other major players. Here's why people love BITW. It spreads your risk. If Bitcoin is having a slow year but another coin is exploding in value, that growth can help balance things out. It's kind of like owning a team instead of betting on a single player. If one player has a bad night, the whole team can still win. BITW updates its portfolio every month based on the market, so it automatically adjusts. No need for you to constantly research or trade. Now I want to ask you something thought-provoking. Do you believe Bitcoin will always stay the #1 cryptocurrency? Or do you think another coin could eventually take that spot? Drop your prediction in the comments. I'm genuinely curious who you think has the potential to take the crown. All right, the third one is the CI Galaxy Bitcoin ETF, known as BTCX. This one came out of Canada and became popular because of its low management fees. People loved it for one simple reason. It does exactly what it's supposed to do, track Bitcoin closely, without charging you a fortune. It's clean, simple, and transparent. You buy it, you hold it, and it moves with Bitcoin. The beauty of BTCX is that it appeals to long-term investors. If your goal is just steady exposure to Bitcoin without the complexity, this fund does the job. Here's a quick question. Do you prefer an investment that gives you pure Bitcoin exposure, Or do you want a mix of multiple cryptocurrencies? Answer in the comments. I want to know what type of investor you are. Now let's talk about the fourth one, the Purpose Bitcoin ETF, also known as BTCC. This one made history as the first regulated Bitcoin ETF in North America, and people love it because it's backed by real, physically held Bitcoin stored with institutional-grade custody. That basically means professionals hold the Bitcoin for you, in secure storage, behind layers of protection. No passwords to forget, no wallets to lose, no panic about hacks. It's Bitcoin, without the stress of Bitcoin. So if you're someone who likes the idea of Bitcoin but doesn't want to deal with the tech side of it, BTCC might feel like a safe and comfortable option. Now, all four of these index-style investments, GBTC, BITW, BTCX, and BTCC, have one thing in common. They make Bitcoin accessible to everyday people who want to invest without getting overwhelmed. And in a world where crypto can feel confusing or intimidating, that matters. But here's something to think about. Do you think crypto will eventually become as normal as buying stocks? Or will it always feel like a technology that only certain people understand? Leave your opinion in the comments. I want to hear different perspectives. Now, if you're still watching, that tells me you're someone who wants to understand crypto at a deeper level and make smarter financial decisions. So let me share one more important point. Crypto index funds are not about getting rich overnight. They're designed for long-term, steady exposure. They reduce your risk compared to picking random coins, they simplify your strategy, and they keep things safe. But, and this is important, always make sure you understand what you're investing in. Different funds have different fees, different goals, and different ways of tracking Bitcoin. Some people prefer buying Bitcoin directly. Others prefer the simplicity of an index fund. There's no right or wrong. It's about what fits you. Now, before we wrap up, let me ask you one last powerful question. If you could design your perfect crypto index fund, what would you want in it? More Bitcoin? More altcoins? Lower fees? Tell me in the comments. I'd love to see your ideal setup. And if you found this video helpful, make sure to like, subscribe, and share it so more people can understand crypto without all the confusion. Your support helps this channel grow and lets me bring you even better content. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.